knocking? I feel you. Well, let me in.
The Oklahoma City People's Choice Awards. The name brings excitement to anybody who is somebody in Oklahoma. The OKC PCAs was the brainchild of OKC's own CEO of Girl Entertainment, Shalonda Lewis.
Hey guys, I'm Shalonda, the CEO of Girl Entertainment. I started the OKC People's Choice Awards back in 2015 to show accolades and recognition to the people of Oklahoma City that are putting on for Oklahoma City.
Along with her Candy Girls, her all-female squad of superheroes, they sought out to recognize and show appreciation for the hard-working people of Oklahoma City. Thus, the Oklahoma City PCAs were born.
There are so many wonderful people doing wonderful things here, and I decided to put on for my city and give the recognition that is due. So here we are, it's 2020, and we're getting ready for the OKC People's Choice Awards, December the 13th. Hope to see everybody there. Tickets are on sale, and good luck to all of the finalists.
Since its beginning in 2015, this event has gotten bigger and better with each passing year. Many have graced the stage as performers and nominees, showing recognition to entertainers, entrepreneurs, and small businesses alike. The OKC People's Choice Award has become one of the most sought-after awards to achieve. To learn more about the OKC PCAs, we sat down with this year's hosts, Dirty Red and Pineapple Stro.
Good evening, beauties. You know what it is. I am your hostess with the mostest, Simply Sheba. You know the slogan, I do what I want and not what I can. And what I'm doing tonight is sitting down with yours truly, OKC's own Dirty Red, and Mr. White Bitches and Cocaine himself. Pineapple Stro. Say hello to the beauties.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all know the routine. We always got to shout out the beauties because they are the reason why we do what we do. How y'all feeling? What's going on?
Man, I'm good. I
feel amazing. I get to do this again with this.
Hey, we are pumped for the 2020 OKC People's Choice Awards. That's why we're here doing this interview, man, and we cannot wait to bring it to you guys again. Live and direct.
For the second time together.
Me and Stro on the stage for the second time. And y'all know me and my brother's energy is amazing. So it's definitely going down in the building for show.
Last year was totally dope. You all rocked the stage. You all rocked the mic.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So this year's Oklahoma PCAs is geared and branded towards entrepreneurship,
absolutely,
Black-owned businesses, and just self-starting. Tell us a little bit why that was the lane you guys went in this year.
So, of course, we went through a whole pandemic that started at the beginning of 2020. Unfortunately, there was a lot of people who lost their jobs. People got cut hours, furloughs, of course, layoffs. And what we've seen from our community and surrounding is people really got on their grind. They got on their hustle. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen businesses come out of nowhere. It was they just started popping up, and people started using their imagination and started using their tenuity and their brains and really getting out here so they can provide for their family. There is nothing better than to see somebody grinding and actually elevating while they grind. And a lot of people in our community actually spent that money inside of our community to make the dollar rotate. And those people ate off that. And we can't do nothing but salute that. So, I mean, what more can we do than to add those categories into the PCAs? Y'all, we got 44 categories this year.
Tell the beauties.
44.
Tell the beauties how many categories that you started with.
22.
So,
22 categories. We started off with 22 categories. This year we have 44, 5 to 6 finalists in each category. I mean, it's huge, y'all. This is probably, no, it's not probably. It is the biggest Oklahoma City People's Choice Awards that we have ever had. So let me just say that.
Yeah,
it's huge.
I know for sure because I am somebody. But anybody will definitely be there. You spoke about the pandemic and the COVID-19, it definitely, hurt a lot of people this year. And as you said, we've seen a lot of people come up with businesses. Such as you, Stro.
I was willing.
You were one of the people who took the initiative to, as well as market and brand a new business for yourself, help people with your personality mask. Tell the beauties a little bit about what inspired and your ambition behind it was?
Well, really, my homeboy plugged me in with it, and when he plugged me in with it, shout out Young, when he plugged me in with it, I just ran with it, you know? People need protection, and they trust me to get it to them, so I just ran with it, never looked back.
When it comes to the pandemic that just happened, how did it affect you all, and in what manners, and what are some of the things you did to counter those things?
It made me value the things that I had more. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're stuck in that house and you can't go nowhere, that's all you really got. You know what I'm saying? So you start directing your focus more towards the things that matter. And I realized if I ever get locked down again, I'm gonna have the things that I want.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it taught me, is to actually focus on the stuff that's more important.
Absolutely. I started my grooming business. I had been back for about 4 years. I just didn't know, you know what I'm saying, if I actually wanted to start it, if it was something that I actually wanted to pursue. I've been in veterinary medicine for a long time, and honestly, it was a huge stepping stone for me, and it put me exactly where I need to be in my career, and I have skyrocketed since then. So I mean, it kind of makes you think about, you know, if anything was to happen tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, what are you gonna do? And you have to think about that. And sometimes we get blindsided by things and we don't think about what's really important, and ultimately family is what matters. So there's that.
And what, like I said, you come with the personality mask. You have been a dear, because I am a patron of Glitter Pups. Shout out to Glitter Pups. If you guys have not went and liked Tanya's page, definitely go do that. She is a mobile groomer. She will come pick up your baby, and your baby will be happy when they come home.
Yes, I will.
So on a lighter note, during the pandemic, as you stated, we've been stuck in our houses.
Absolutely.
You know, imagination has been the thing. I play so many board games. I haven't played Pictionary and charades in a long time, but you know, you start coming up with things to do. I camped out in my front yard. You know, I had drive-in movie nights. What were some of the things that you all did in order to occupy some of your time and take, you know, hang out with them kids?
Uno with my son 1,000 times. Okay, let me make this clear. I was glad we could go outside. Aiden has Uno'd me out, so there's that. If I wasn't doing that, then I was grooming, because even though we were locked up, people still wanted to get their dogs groomed and stuff. So of course I took precautions, but I was grooming and playing Uno. So there's that.
My creative genius just took over. I was making a mask, I flipped it to start making clothes. I was just constantly trying to find ways to pretty much stay on top without putting out music. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you about that. What about the music juices?
It's still coming, but I'm focused on my artists right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing singles, features for other people. I'm more focused on everybody as a whole instead of just myself.
Shout out to MMMG. Gotta give it up to the mob. You know what I'm saying? It's a special shout out to my love Nadia. She just had her birthday. Happy life day to her. What are some suggestions that you'll give our beauties to occupy their time? Because we're still currently going through this pandemic as a creative and as a businesswoman.
I think trying to find something to do is trying to find yourself. When you find yourself, you kind of figure out what your passion is. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, you've always known and you've just procrastinated. I think that the goal is to stop procrastinating and actually step out on faith and do it, because I've always loved animals. So in that instance, it was kind of one of those things where it was like, do you want to do it or not? And I just chose to do it, and it worked. So
no excuses. Don't let it hinder your plans. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it should motivate you more, because now you can't go out and just spend the money that you were spending it on before. Take it, put it to the side, and invest it in yourself.
Not only have we had a pandemic, but we've had a pandemic during an election year. Vote, vote, vote was the narrative for this year, because our candidates were Biden and Trump. Did you all participate in this year's election?
No.
I didn't either.
I don't want the beauties to get it confused. I'm not knocking you for your decision. It is your right as an American citizen to go either way you want to. But give my beauties a little bit of the reason why you didn't participate in this year's election.
I will say that first and foremost, I am not a Republican. So I'll let that be known. I'm definitely not a liberal. But from both Biden and Trump's perspectives, I think that both of them are a hindrance, but both of them had some valid points. But I don't agree with them entirely.
You spoke about Miss Harris, Kamala Harris. The first anything is a ridiculous statement to me. So I don't want anyone to not feel like that I'm not excited about her becoming the first Black woman vice president. That is, like you said, a big W. I just think the whole sentiment, first anything in 2020 is ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous that we're still excited about a woman running some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. We've been running shit. Men been doing things that we get excited about. The first Black man doing, he's been doing that. You know what I mean? Because they're now deciding to recognize it. I'm not always one to be clapping because now you want to recognize some things that excellent that we've already been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't want anyone to take it that I'm not, applauding the W, because I am. But on the other hand of it, on the other side of this, and because we all are people of color, her prosecutor situation prior to her running in the Senate and her also becoming vice president has been an issue for the community.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place. That impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
I speak about this to you all because a lot of people in our community that will be attending the PCAs and that are also nominated for the PCAs are felons.
Yeah.
You understand me? A lot of these people who have created their own Black-owned businesses were forced to create these businesses because of their felony status. They're not able to go into banks and things of this nature in order to gain loans, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about her standard on crime? And do you think from a prosecutorial side that she's going to be productive and positive in that area of our community?
Okay, so I'll say this. So what I will say is this. First and foremost, let me make it clear. I am said felon. So I'm in those shoes 100%. And that's just, I do not think that she'll take the power and use it negatively, but at the same time, with the things that she said, I feel like
you feel like you can believe her?
I'm not necessarily biased. I'm definitely not in the middle, but I don't think that there's a good outcome that comes from that. What I will say is anybody who's in that position never looks out for the people who have a background. It's never happened for us. And that's the reason why felons, and I will say that again, including myself, we have such a strong hustle. And we go out there and get it because we know, you know what I'm saying, that nobody's gonna give us anything. I don't care if you have a felony for writing one bogus check, or if you have a felony for murder, it's the same. I don't care if they say, well, we're not gonna look at it for, just 3 years or 5 years, or it's a deferred, or it's, a suspended. At the end of the day, you still have that tag and you got to go out there and get it. So with that being said, if you haven't started a business and you're in that position, I definitely recommend you to, even if you can't go get a loan, save up your money and do what you need to do, because it is hard out here and nobody is looking out for you. And that's just what it is. So don't wait for a handout because it's not coming, I promise. Agreed.
2020, Oklahoma City PCA.
Hey.
Who can, of course, Dirty Red, Pineapple Stro, hosted. Who can we see performing at this year?
I do this every year. Me and Shalonda, we listen to some of the artists and we pick. Usually I have the final say as far as the artist performing. And I'm not telling y'all, it's a surprise.
I'm just so.
But we going up though, that's all y'all need to know. As usual.
As usual.
As usual.
Shout out my boy Q Caratino, nominated for
okay, Q.
up and coming rapper.
Don't be trying to
shout him
nobody.
out. Shout him out. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Q.
Yeah.
MG, my.
Okay, so since we plugging people, shout out to Neighborhood Barbie from
yes,
Shout out.
That is dope. I have seen a lot of females, a lot of women have been pushing this year.
Oh yeah.
Let me say this: competition is a norm when it comes to men. Competition between women becomes catty, it becomes messy, it becomes petty. There's all these different stigmas on it. From the first year you all started the PCAs, till now, it been drama.
Yes, it has.
It has been drama. It has been next day posts that last for a week.
Man.
It has been friendships that have dissolved.
Man.
I mean, they might think I'm gassing, but in real life, this has happened. I have covered it. I've seen it. Yeah.
Yes.
And I have got some great exclusives on some of the channels. So I know that this has happened.
Yes.
One of the favorite things that a lot of people like to say about the PCAs is that it's a popularity contest.
And I will continue to say the same thing. First and foremost, it is not popularity based. Everybody thinks that Candy Girl Entertainment, because we throw it, that we're the ones who count the votes. We're the ones who pick the people. It is the people's choice. It is called the OKC People's Choice Awards. You guys nominate, you guys vote. That's what it is. Now, I will say that in order to get nominated for anything you may do, I don't care what it is, people have to know you. They have to,
you have to be putting in their work.
Patronize your business per se. How are they going to vote for you if they don't know you? So if that means that you have to promote yourself in order to become popular, in order to become a household name, then that ultimately is the goal.
Because at the end of the day,
okay,
it's not a popularity contest, but it is, because at the end of the day, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're not going to be known. So the more people that know you, that means you're doing what you're supposed to do.
You're doing your job, period.
So if you're not recognized, you need to do something different.
In my business, we simply call it advertising. So if you're a business, a true actual business, I don't think that you would look at it as because your friends like you or because someone likes you. But to a certain extent, someone has to like you for your business to thrive. So,
ultimately, that question is not, it doesn't circle around the nominees and the votes and stuff per se. I think people think that it's a popularity contest based off of Candy Girl Entertainment alone, because we do have a big following and this is our event and we know a lot of people in the city, and ultimately that is not the case. Every year, even though you guys see the same names, we see a lot of people we don't even know who get nominated and who get voted for. So I want to put it like this. Instead of thinking like that, come and support. I tell people all the time, the PCAs is the perfect platform for you to come and network. There's so many different people in the building that you can give your business cards to, and we all come here to show love. So if you want to network and you want to market yourself, come out.
Me and her relationship was built around networking.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You have to network in order to be where you want to be.
Man.
Simple as that. This is not 1960. Most of the networking is done through social media. Most of anything is done through social media. So.
Absolutely.
So for our beauties who are looking to start businesses, who are already currently in thriving businesses, but who may not be aware of the PCAs, tell them what are some of the categories that we have available so that maybe next year they could be involved.
So we have favorite entrepreneur, favorite Black-owned business, favorite hairstylist, favorite hair salon, favorite female artist,
Favorite coach,
favorite security. I can go. There's a huge list this year. You guys, we have 44 categories, okay? I'm just thinking off the top of my dome, but we have a lot of them.
catering,
Oh, cake designer. There's a lot. I can't think of them all.
favorite couple.
So I was going to say that last year, as we sat down here, and you were hosting, and you said that Jen and I'm going back to the beauties. Jen and I hopefully will be,
For some reason, a lot of stuff that I say manifests because I said I'm going to host the next
PCA. So are you looking? Do you think you're going to win, bro?
I mean, I hope I win, but if I don't, shout out my bro Joe Jack, because if I don't win,
Definitely.
I'm not a hater, you know what I'm saying?
I think he's gonna win too, definitely.
Dirty Red, what is out of all 44, what is your favorite category?
To be honest with you, it's Black-owned business. We brought that this year, and I think that was actually one of the categories that I brought, and I'm excited for it.
Who are you hoping to win?
I can't say that I have too many people that win, and they're my friends, but I can't say that. I'm excited about that category. I really am. But I will say, we do have favorite host of the year, and I am shouting. I'm shouting out my guy, Christian Carr, and I hope that him or YC or my guy Stro actually wins that, man.
And if we don't, she gonna win twice in a row.
I'm not. But check me out. I don't want to. I don't want to win though.
She deserved it.
I want my bros to win. I really want them to win that, man. Host of the year is something that I honor. Like, seriously, that was the biggest thing for me last year, and I really want to see one of my bros win that. So shout out to them.
Shout out for real.
Yeah, it was definitely. And you were okay. So last year, as winning host of the year,
yes,
the wardrobe change was dope. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of fashion,
yes.
How many looks are we thinking of this year?
I have 3 wardrobe changes this year, so we'll just have to see.
Stro, are we going to see you in an original design?
Polo shirt last year. She was talking noise.
I was not talking noise. He was supposed to have a suit on that freaking matched my iridescent dress, and he didn't.
Look me in my face. She talking about black polo shirt.
Tell him he should wear a suit. How about that? Let's get some comments on this video.
Should Pineapple Store wear a suit or not? That's the question.
Well, definitely, like you said earlier, networking is definitely one of the reasons why we come to the PCA. So it's not only to show appreciation and acknowledge people's accolades, it's also so that we can all come together, share and exchange business ideas, etc. This year we'll also be having vendors. So tell the beauty some of the vendors who will be at the PCAs, as well as any vendors who would like to join the PCAs, how they can contact you all.
So if you guys want to become a vendor, you can contact me or Shalonda or the Candy Girl Entertainment page. My phone number is 405-400-3491, and Shalonda's number is 405-318-7788. You can have an early bird special, which is $75. And then after the 23rd, I think it's $100, and I can't release any vendors. Listen, we have a lot of people who are coming in who have bundles. We have ladies who are coming in with lashes, jewelry, makeup, shirts. I just can't tell you who it is.
Personality mask might be in the building.
Personality mask might be in the building, you know. Okay.
I can give some shout outs though. Speaking of lashes, shout out to Queen Mink Luxury Eyelashes, the official sponsor of the Me and Mine show. Hey, ladies, life is short. Your lashes shouldn't be.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's slick. That's creative.
As always, I've definitely had a good time with you all.
Hey.
It's always a blast. This year, because we have been through so much, I want you all to leave my beauty with some words of encouragement.
So, first and foremost, make sure you guys get your tickets for the 2020 OKC People's Choice Awards. If you haven't got up to get out and go get it, make sure that you do. If y'all are thinking about a master plan to make sure that you get to the next level, get up and do it, man. grind, hustle, go into 2021 strong, for real.
My advice is love, live life. You can't do nothing about that.
Oh, okay, love, live, okay, girl.
That's it.
Okay.
If you're not doing them 3 things, then you're single.
And I thought I was fancy with the word.
I mean, okay.
I'm trying to get like y'all, trying to be, be ready to react when somebody say something to me. I'm practicing, I'm getting like that.
No sir. No sir. No sir.
You know
As always, for my beauties, both of you all, tell them where they can find you if they need to find you.
Snapchat is just Tanya25. Instagram, Dirty Red, yeah, with 3 H's on the back of that. And Facebook, Tanya Martin, or at Dirty Red.
Facebook, Reginald Dion Lee Jr., everything else, Pineapple Stro, Instagram, Snapchat.
My boy be proud of his name. I'm proud of his name.
Pineapple Stro. Hey.
No, I'm talking about the Reginald D.
Reginald
Lee Jr.
Reginald. That's what I'm gonna start.
That's how you know when you live in righteous.
That's my name.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you know when you live in righteous. You just call me by what you
Reginald Jr.
Remember?
Reginald Lee Jr.
Grocery guy.
The grocery guy. Okay, before we get out here, yeah, we got to talk about this. You shitting me? Did you just think you was gonna slide that off in there? We was gonna slide out. The grocery guy. Tell the beauties.
The grocery guy.
Yeah, tell the beauties.
You be eating booty.
You be eating
because you have to digest it in order to eat something. You have to digest it.
Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing else.
I think what he's saying.
Can we wrap this up?
I think what he's saying is he be having Jen praying. That's just what he's trying to say. He be having Jen praying.
That's it. That's disgusting. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know nothing about my brother's sexual life ever. Ever.
You get it popping on the PCA night.
I don't want to hear that neither.
All in the bag.
This is why I always pull up in a party bus for the PCAs or a limo.
This is a really pretty spot. This is a really pretty spot for somebody to make you come in.
I better come fly.
Man, if y'all don't dress up for the PCAs this year, y'all gotta come in and hear it.
I think you should tell them what colors ahead of time so they know what to color.
No, sir. Because y'all don't need to color coordinate with the actual event center. But what I will say is that it definitely is going to be super elegant this year. This event center is absolutely amazing. So make sure that y'all dress up because I promise you, if you don't, you are going to regret it. This is definitely a whole nother level than it's ever been. So there's that.
And I'm going to have my polo on.
No, he's not. He's going to have on a cummerbund.
Again, I will be covering the red carpet. We will be having best and worst dressed beauty. So please come to the T, the R, the S, and definitely the T.
Hey.
As always, I thoroughly had a good time with you, beauty. You know what it is. I am your hostess with the mostest, Simply Sheba. I hope to see you all in traffic, but it's COVID, so maybe not. Picture me rolling.
Hey.